Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started the Marvel Legends 2-pack of Luke Cage, the Power Man, and Iron Fist Danny Rand, the Heroes for Hire. So let's get started. First, we're going to go over Luke Cage because he comes with less accessories, but also I'm excited to talk about those new butterfly joints, those new Luke Cage knuckle dusters. And I'm like, how do you, like, what does a person like him have knuckle dusters for when you have skin titanium strong? But it also just looks really cool, and I'm glad it was included because Luke Cage is just a cool, it's just a cool name, right? Carl Lucas. But yeah, I really like this figure. I've been waiting for this for a long time as we now get what is supposed to be our new Avengers styled Luke Cage. I really like the sculpt a lot. I love the skin tone because he is a chocolate man. And I like that it was done really well. It's not as glossy as it seems. It's pretty much my lighting doing that. But imagine him matted down just a little bit better. We would get something that's really spectacular. I do wish that he had the rocker joint like G.I. Joe style, but the deep ab crunch is really nice on this figure, especially these beautiful butterfly joints. The pinless tech makes it look really good, and I like how they even did the little the shirt being tight. It's like it has a little bit of sculpting, like the shirt is tight on him, like it's form fitting, and it really works for what you got going on. I really like this. All right, we have our pants leg here, also on pinless tech. We can go outward, not like Luke would ever do that. We can go a little bit forward as we look a little under 90 degrees. We still have a double joint and a thigh swivel, right? But we do have a boot swivel, which is very nice, right? The boot swivel will allow you, oh wow, you can even turn inside the boot to allow for extra articulation. I think that's actually pretty nice. That allows for that extra little bit of articulation. That's actually pretty nice and will help those who want to get that extra oomph in posing. I do also like the really deep cut. Like I like when it's done well enough that they can still get that deep cut. Like I said, we have our Cage and Luke. So imagine him punching this in your face because he's one of the stronger people, at least on the normal end level in our Marvel universe. Like he is a strong guy. So he just looks really cool posed up, doing those power poses. The thing about Luke Cage is he's a chill dude, right? But don't make him angry. Actually, don't mess with his family. He just really doesn't like that. So I like the attention of what we got, as we got a simple but cool character. Only thing better than this is if we got like Mayor Luke Cage now as a character. That would be really dope, because Mayor Luke Cage has been phenomenally fun in the books to read as he navigates things, because he's just a no-nonsense guy. Next up, we have Iron Fist, who I had kind of pre-posed up, and I decided to leave him like this. I thought it was really cool to do that. Now, with him, we have that Spider-Man styled, I forgot what everybody's calling it, the retro style body, but we have a beautiful set of articulation in our upper torso. We have a super deep ab crunch. We have drop down hips, which we didn't have with Luke, right? Everything is pinless and it looks beautiful. I do have one QC issue with mine, as the gap here just kind of rotates out to be a seam, like it's a sizable gap compared to the one over here. It's a little bit wider, but nothing crazy. We can do a lot of splits with him, right? We can do the allowing it to rotate around, right? We also have that calf swivel, or at least boot swivel. We have generous ankle pivot. We have toe hinge, right? So martial arts moves will not be an issue for him. We have a super deep butterfly joint, just like with Spider-Man and with Daredevil. So he is on that list of characters who can now do all of the really cool things that we've always wanted in our characters, right? Look at that. Like I'm just posing him up and we were already able to just get the high kick, right? We're gonna tuck this in a little bit more. Look at that, utterly beautiful. This is cover worthy, actually, so I like that. And then if you wanted to like improve on this kick ever so slightly, you could just rotate a little bit more, then boom, see? So it all depends on what you want to do. But not only can he do really cool posing and things like that, he actually comes with a nice set of hands of that of a martial artist. So that is always a plus. We're going to get into that. I do like that this is soft enough and malleable enough that it's so hot here as I record this, is that it's soft enough to like just kind of freeform on its own. I do, oh wait, it does move around. Oh, see, I was just wondering if it did, and it does. So actually we can actually bend this into other positions. I thought it was in a fixed position, but it's not. So that actually changes everything, as I thought it was gonna like be, you know, a problem. But no, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. That deep, beautiful crunch, this nice position. The cars are doing the honking. This is very New York City style for Heroes for Hire. this is what I love this. Like you have Danny, who's like super animated and super nice. That tattoo looks really good on the chest too. I really hope we get more Iron Fist figures now going forward. But yeah, I'm super excited for this as I plan to go crazy. If you haven't, right, starting from the Matt Fraction and David Aja run, go and read all of the Iron Fist stuff from then to now. I promise you, you will not be disappointed as you meet the Immortal Weapons, who have been around for quite some time now, the last 20 years, and they've helped that Iron Fist lore phenomenally. So go check all of that stuff out, and I promise you that you won't regret it. But now, what we are going to do is we're going to jump to the items and accessories that they come with. Let's talk about that. All right, now we're going to jump into some accessories. Let's start off with Luke Cage first, because he comes with less accessories. The first thing I want to do is talk about our Yelling sculpt. Glad this was included. I hate that they always kind of just include him with that stoic sculpt. He does yell. It's actually seen a lot in a lot of his covers. The man is bulletproof, like, let's be real here. So this being included is very in character, and I appreciate that. Also appreciated that they actually like did the back of the mouth so you can see the white teeth pearlescent around. Man ain't missing no teeth, and I appreciate that. Outside of our closed fist, we do have one left hand for gripping items. It is on a vertical peg, so as you can see, it goes up and down, right? So you can do baseball bats, a girder, or a fucking, what's the word? God damn it. I've lost track of my words. Crap. A steel beam. That's what it was. Wow. Couldn't figure that out for the life of me. And I cussed, and I just realized that. So here we are with an open palm as well. This one is on a horizontal hinge. I do want to apologize for the cursing. Now, one thing that is really cool, and this is not included with the item, but I am going to show you, is that if you are thinking about using the old Luke Cage gauntlets that he does use during like the later run and during the Thunderbolts run, it does work. So technically, you can have your later on Power Man look as well with the gauntlets. It does work. So I do, you know, I'm trying to test out all the variations that you want to try here and trying to give it to you. So even with that, let us now jump into the Iron Fist accessories, which he does have more. He's the martial artist. He comes with all the martial arts hands. We will get the martial art effects because, you know, he is the Iron Fist. So he usually has like a flaming aura effect. Next up, we will get a yelling sculpt for him as well too. I think this one is pretty well done. And even on this piece, it does rotate around. I had to test it after because I was like, oh, does that actually work? Yes, yes it does. Next up, he does come with the closed fist. He actually comes, one of them on. I chose those fists because I thought it was pretty cool to kind of do something a little different, right? Then you will get these open martial arts palms. These ones are different from those there. These ones have the open tiger claw. Then there's like the open fingers, like for the palming, right? Then you'll get the martial arts karate chop hands / palms pose. And if you didn't see these hands properly, here we are with them right here, so you can see what you're getting. Last, I am gonna test it out. There's the Iron Fist effect that comes from that Defenders box set, right? Been wanting to see if that effect actually works here, because I think that would be really cool. And technically it does. It's a little bit smaller of a hand, but look how good that looks if you want to use that as a powered up chi effect. You actually have something really nice going for you. If you're a long-time Marvel Legends collector, I feel like a lot of this stuff later on comes in handy for stuff like this. I feel like this really does fit for him, you know, especially because the other effects are done from the really early Marvel Legends effects and it just doesn't work out. So now you have something to look forward to, and your Defender Danny Rand can live on with the new effect part. So with that being said, I'm going to find a bunch of figures that these guys can fit into for the size comparison. Let's get to it. Now we're going to jump into our size comparisons. We got a bunch of Marvel Legends to compare to and a few other things. Things first, for Luke, we'll do old Luke, who I took his gauntlets off of. I believe this is the Thunderbolts box set version. I can't remember. This guy is actually a little bit bigger, which is crazy. But I feel like the new head sculpt is a little bit better. This one is actually matted a little bit better. But as you can see, it's that old, outdated body. And I'm just so glad we have like a sleeker, better design. This one is slightly taller though. And if you modify the hands, you can use those bare hands for this guy. Then we have our 70s Luke Cage, which honestly, this will work if you wanted to pair him off with your old buddy, the Heroes for Hire. But everybody kind of had like they felt some type of way about this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chain off of this guy and I'm gonna pop it onto this guy because he did wear the chain belt for a while, which I was actually a fan of. This guy's a little bit smaller and his hands are significantly smaller, so they don't look too good on this one. They will look like small hands. So let's take those guys away. And then for my boy Danny, right? Here we are with the Mezco and one of our previous Iron Fist, the shirtless version. I just chose this one because it was the first one I got pulled out of the bins. So here we are with our old version, right? And as you can see, it's not a bad toy. It's just one of those things where you can tell though it's on that outdated body. It still moves good though, but not as good as this one looks fluidly body. But again, that's me looking at it from an articulation and photography standpoint. And you can actually have a different opinion because you got to do what works for you. Here we are with the Mezco one, which I think a perfect blend of these two would be phenomenal because I absolutely love the Mezco one. And it's one of those things where it was a nice updated modern representation, whereas here we have that classic design. Now we can compare to a bunch of other different things. So here we are with Spidey and Dee Dee. As we know, since we're on our level of street level heroes, I feel like this is perfect. And what's crazy is these three all share the same body type, yet somehow they all look different. So I guess it really is the suit design and how stuff looks, because all of them have 3 different head sizes, which is crazy. Next up, here we are with a Marvel Legends Punisher and a Marvel Legends Jessica Jones. As we look at our Marvel Knights / Defenders, right? Next up for Iron Fist, I'm gonna do G.I. Joe Quick Kick as well as Marvel Legends Shang-Chi. So that way you can have a martial arts showdown. I did forget to pop in some ninjas though, and that's on me, I apologize. But you'll see plenty in the photos, trust me, you'll see so many. Next up for big boys, I threw in Scar, Son of Hulk, so you can see just how much smaller these guys are compared to stuff like that. Then we have the Danny Ketchum Ghost Rider, in case you wanted to do some Midnight Sun stuff. And last but not least, my main man, Ichigo. It's your boy, right? So yeah, now you gotta you know what you're getting into, you know what you kind of like, and hopefully this will help. I hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end. I hope you've had a good time. I would again like to apologize for using the cuss word. I try not to do that in videos because I know these are still things that children watch. So I try not to, because even though I'm allowed to curse, it's like whatever, I'm an adult. I'm trying to lead by example. So I'm trying to do a little better. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through. Enjoy the photos at the end. And please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.